my name is Marissa. I'm a dietetic intern, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Mediterranean couscous salad. This is a heart-healthy recipe that I adapted from the American Heart Association. You can find this recipe and other similar recipes at recipes.heart.org. So let's get started. I'll show you the ingredients and then I'll show you how to make them. The ingredients I'm going to be using are couscous. Couscous is actually a form of pasta. You can also use quinoa for this recipe if you want to switch it up a little bit. I've got myself some onions, some cucumbers, some olives, some vegan feta. You can use any type of feta, preferably reduced fat feta if you are on a heart-healthy diet, and this is supposed to be a heart-healthy recipe, so try to get some reduced fat feta. I'm vegan, so I just got the closest thing I could find. Some lemon juice, some parsley. If you grow parsley, use the fresh one. I just didn't have any on me today. Some olive oil and some chickpeas. So while I've got my water boiling, I'm gonna take a cup of couscous. Go ahead and put that cup in. And if you want to use quinoa instead and make it a Mediterranean quinoa salad, that's totally cool. So while the couscous is sitting, I am going to start chopping up the onions and the cucumbers. So they say to cut them in quarters, so I'm gonna cut them once long ways, and then once in the center, and then I'm gonna cut them into 1 inch sized chunks. So now that I'm done with my cucumbers, I'm gonna put them aside in a small bowl, and I'm going to start cutting up my onion. I'm just gonna combine my onion with my cucumber. So this recipe calls for grapes. I don't really have grapes right now, and I don't feel like running to the store to get one ingredient. I have plums. And you know what? Plums are just basically like really large grapes. So I'm just gonna try to chop some plum and see what that'll give me. So as you can see, I used some plum instead of my grapes. And you know what? I think it'll taste practically the same and still have all the same benefits of the grapes. So yeah, just some plum. So now it's time to take a look at our couscous. Look how pretty that is. So now I have my couscous, and I'm gonna add in my plums, onion, and cucumber. Yum. So I'm gonna separate half of this can of chickpeas. They're also called garbanzo beans. You should try to look for a low sodium or reduced sodium can. I'm gonna rinse these out nice and well to make sure that there's no more extra sodium in there and gets out all of that aquafaba. So I just rinsed out all my chickpeas, and I'm gonna add this to my salad. Very, very pretty, very colorful. Next, I'm gonna cut up some olives. I'm gonna add that to the salad. I'm not the biggest fan of olives myself, so I think I'm gonna keep them on the side and add them in when the rest of my family joins. But if you love olives, this is a really great ingredient to put in this Mediterranean salad. Not just because olives are super Mediterranean, but they're super high in monounsaturated fats. They are very good for you. So now I've got my olives. I'm just gonna add that to my salad. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of my dried parsley. If you're using fresh parsley, go ahead and do like a 1/3 cup. All right, so I got my parsley. Next, we're gonna do our olive oil. So I have my extra virgin olive oil here, and we're just gonna do a tablespoon and a half. Olive oil is very healthy because it has, same as olives, it has your unsaturated fats that are gonna help lower your cholesterol. Next, we are just gonna do a tablespoon of lemon juice. Awesome. Now that we have our olive oil and our lemon juice, last but not least, we're gonna add our feta. Remember to try to find a reduced fat feta. Feta actually isn't super high in saturated fat, but we still wanna make sure it's reduced fat because it is the only source of saturated fat in this dish. And saturated fat is what is responsible for raising your LDL cholesterol and lowering your HDL cholesterol. Your LDL cholesterol is your bad cholesterol, your HDL is your good. So we want that to be high, we want your LDL to be low. You can totally omit feta from this dish if you're happy with how your salad is now. But for some of you that just may want your little kick of dairy, there's no harm in having it there. So the recipe calls for about 4 tablespoons. I'm only gonna use 2 tablespoons to start out, and then I'm gonna see how that turns out. So here we have our final concoction. All the beautiful colors of the Mediterranean are in here. We love to see it. I made myself a little bit of a dish on the side. I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator for like 20 minutes just so it can cool down. And now it is time for the moment of truth, the taste test. I'm excited, but also kind of nervous. That's really good. Guys, I love this taste. The cucumbers are nice and crunchy. The fruit adds a little tiny bit of sweetness that you wouldn't expect. Like I said, this could be a great lunch meal. That's what I'm gonna be eating it as today. So all in all, this whole recipe will make 4 servings of your salad. It provides less than 500 calories per serving, almost 20 grams of protein per serving at 17 grams. It's pretty darn good. 14 grams of fiber per serving, and the cost per serving is only $3.03. As I mentioned before, you can find this recipe and other similar recipes that are heart healthy, super yummy, super good for you, Mediterranean style diet on the American Heart Association website, which is heart.org. If you want to specifically look up their recipes, it's recipes.heart.org. I will leave links in the bio. I am a dietetic intern, so this is part of my dietetic internship. If you are a dietitian, please feel free to leave a review in the comments. Let me know how I'm doing, where I can improve. I am trying to get better at this whole YouTube thing and be a great intern for the rest of the year. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Please like and subscribe if you want to, and take care. Bye. It's so hot. Oh my god, why is it so hot? I'm already crying. Oh, I'm already crying. I'm already crying. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I dropped all my couscous. This is so sad. This is so sad. Why can't I open this? I love plums. Oh my gosh.